Just as it has always been, when our memories of the ancient world fade into twilight, a new era dawns to fill the void, an unfamiliar path with a pulse of its own, a tempo not dictated by the labor of men, but accelerated by the rhythm of machines, launching the world into an age of bold innovation. From this cauldron of steel and sweat, a vision of prosperity emerged. Harnessing the untold power of the elements, turning night into day. Creating new designs that brought the world stage to the masses. And providing an experience that
Okay, this is not working, but hopefully you see the game. I was trying to... This is Civilization, there you go, Brave New World. Now this is the start of a new Let's Play. I'm gonna do this Let's Play on and my computer is driving me crazy because it is minimized. I had the window maximized so I could see the Twitch chat if anyone decides to join me, and it decreased the size of it so that now I can't see what's being said, which is frustrating. But I'll have to go to other methods to see what's being said. But, okay, so now, like, I could do this, keep that muted, and I could see what's being said that way. Without that need for that. No. Minimize this screen. So I could do that, but then everyone else sees that I'm doing it as well. So, okay. Anyway, so today, and I will load all of this up onto YouTube. So if you don't get to see it on the live stream, you can see it on YouTube. So I'm going to show you some of the mods that I'm using. I am using a lot of mods that add new buildings. There's these classical building packs. They're all by the same person. And ancient building packs and stuff like that. This adds the bakery, which requires wheat and granary. The smokehouse, which requires cattle, deer, fish, or whales. The weaver, which is sheep cotton silk. And they're unlocked by different technologies. And so that's similar. It's by the same people. It's all by the same person. Now there are some other things. I have this mod called All Promotion Description Tooltips, which shows all promotion descriptions and effects of a unit have earned in the tooltip. Groups some promotions with level 1, 2, 3 and display current fortification bonus of units. Just basically some more information about the units. And then I have this antiquity site icon that comes up once you research archaeology. Just allows you to it basically filters antiquity sites so you can locate them easier, which is nice. I also have some mods by the same person, right, that add some new religions and denomination religions to the game. I also have this one that gives you an idea of how far a city will expand to when you're controlling a settler unit, which is a great thing because many times I'll struggle with, okay, how far will this city spread? How far should I should go? This helps a lot with that. City states leaders. It basically adds flags for all the city states. And it's really great mod so you can differentiate the city states. Just a little something. This is Civ 4 diplomatic features. It brings back diplomatic features that was not in Civ 5. Like sharing options. AI will share sharing opinions of leaders with you if they deem you a trustworthy ally. Map trading, sell world maps from discovery and navigation. Cost goes up depending on quality and quantity of the terrain that is to be discovered. Don't be surprised. Chuck up a lot of cash on your map for a map. Maps aren't equal. Maps that are equal or worthless. Technology trading. Request for help. And vassalage. So it adds a lot more features to the cultural diffusion is something custom advanced setup. Cultural diffusion is something that I'll talk about a little later. Diplomatic values. This is a really nice one. When you're talking to the different factions, it'll show you the actual values for the AI opinion modifiers, and it gives you a more accurate idea of just how much the AI hates the warmongering, religious, spreading, wonder-stealing ways. Or how they love you, depending on what you've done. So, it just really gives you an idea what's going on with them. Now, so the dynamic cultural overview changes the cultural overview window. It includes buildings added by mods or DLC. Supports up to 13 buildings with 1 to 3 Great Works slots. Any building that doesn't fit in the space will go below the city name along with national and world wonders. And so that's nice. Improvement. Enhanced improvements, enhanced military buildings, or by I believe, or by the same person that did the other stuff. Expanded through Wikipedia entries, which would be very useful. This mod was made. This mod. Where is the description? Yes, so it adds more information to the Wikipedia entries. So you could use it to help you strategize, I believe. Pike's City View update. It adds more information to the city view. It indicates the local happiness provided versus the population, as well as the city income versus the maintenance. This allows the player to make better decisions regarding local happiness and additional buildings. Local happiness does not factor in all policies and religions. Modified buildings also be counted. So it just gives you more information. Now these two are mods that add new events during the game. Health and Plague. This month I can actually access Wikipedia. This adds things to the Brave New World that you have to make sure that your people are healthy. And this doesn't say it adds a glowing warning effect toward the end game, and that can cause bad problems. So improved skit. So militia defense, it just creates a few new units when you're attacked. Priester, we'll go through later. Race religion. So it basically reduces the cost of found religion, and it allows you to get religion easier. Okay. So I'm going to talk, I'll just skip that for a moment. Starting worker, adds another worker. Strategic, building pack. I'm actually going to take out starting worker because I don't need it. So this changes the names, so names dependent on the era. Like Persia becomes Iran, Gaul becomes France, etc. City-state ally just tweaks city-states. National defense tax, as long as you build walls, when war breaks out, collects a tax to buy weapons. Religious victory adds another new way to gain victory, which is nice. Supply production tweaks. Let's see more about it. Basically, adds a new window and makes some changes to supply production. Unique policy buildings adds certain buildings after some policies are unlocked. And Wonder Race, this gives you a notice when you're competing with another faction for a wonder, which is a nice touch. Now let's go back to Revolution and up here into Cultural Diffusion. Cultural diffusion spreads from cities. Each city can host a culture from multiple civilizations. You can still buried by tiles, but they can flip to another civilization if it has more culture than you. Cities won't flip from culture in this direction. Culture spreads from cities and is flowed by crossing rivers, mountains, accelerating coloring. There it is. And that was needed, I believe, by this dawn. Right. Required. So, as a stability value to each city based on global happiness in your relation with each culture groups in that city. The cultural diffusion rod is required to calculate stability and the custom advanced screen. So basically, it adds another thing for you to keep your eye on. So if your people get unhappy, they can revolt. So you can have problems. So revolt, city enters resistance, rebellion, rebel units spawning nearby, and revolution, city flipping to rebel veteran, can occur if city unrest is too high. So all those reforestation allows you to rebuild forests, which is something that can affect global warming, and so this actually adds new beliefs, which actually works with the strategies that you may be using, which is something I like a lot. I forgot about that. And is there anything else that I need to talk about? I think that's about it. I'll promote, yeah. I think I talked about everything, almost everything else. The buildings don't really need talked about. Yeah, well, you can see it. Oh, and there's something. Oh, there is one more. Hold on a second, I want to see something. I'm getting a little confused. There is one thing I clicked on. I don't know. Right, health. So we can look more in the health and right. So the other thing I forgot to talk about, one last thing, is this prehistoric era. It adds a new. It doesn't say. It adds a new era before the ancient era to the civilization, which does make it longer, but also more epic. So you're really starting from stoning to nothing to the end of the world. I did want another mod, but it wasn't available. It's called Alpha Centauri, and what it did is it added a few more text to the end game, but it was not available on Steam Workshop, and so I decided not to go for it. So, anyway, so that is the mods I'm using. And, excuse me, need more water. I'll end this introduction by setting up the game and seeing how things. One of the things I like about not only does it prehistoric adds a new age, but it hides all the resources that you can see in the game, and you have to unlock those resources with technologies. So you don't know if the city you're going to be building is near stone, or you don't know other resources near, but you have to uncover them all through technology. Anyway, so single player, custom, advanced setup. And we're going to go here, cultural diffusion, we'll have them all set up. Enable research agreements. We're going to take off no barbarians. We're going to keep on revolution, and then we're going to keep on transparent diplomacy. That's from that mod. You're not going to select no tech trading, no tech brokering, you're not going to select that. None of that we're going to select. Because we want all of those features. We are going to limit science, cultural, and diplomatic victory. Now, the difficulty level is going to be chieftain, because I'm not good at this war thing, and hopefully all I'll have to do is defend. So we're gonna do epic pace. We're gonna start in the prehistoric era. I'll leave that. Abundant is good. World is gonna be huge. And we are going to so one of these things I don't like is that the plus maps is that they at first I like the scripting, but they put the city states on the islands. I really don't want to have to wait. So those are all these maps. I am going for an oval shaped I'm gonna go for an oval shaped Pandora. And that's all the settings. Now for the civilization I'm gonna choose I prefer actually, to tell you the truth. I was thinking of Greece. Maybe off the spur of the moment, I'll pick Carthage. Um, Although I might change that at a later date. We'll see. So, with that done, let's start the game.
Blessings and salutations to you, revered Queen Dido, founder of the legendary kingdom of Carthage. Chronicled by the words of the great poet Virgil,
I don't know if I
your
want
husband,
Carthage.
Asabas, was murdered at the hands of your own brother, King Pygmalion of Tyre, who subsequently claimed the treasures of Asabas that were now rightfully yours.
But I think I'll go with it.
Fearing the lengths from which your brother would pursue this vast wealth, you and your compatriots sailed for new lands. Arriving on the shores of North Africa, you tricked the local king with the simple manipulation of an ox hide, laying out a vast expanse of territory for your new home, the future kingdom of Carthage. Clever and inquisitive Dido, the world longs for a leader who can provide a shelter from the coming storm, guided by brilliant intuition and cunning. Can you lead the people in the creation of a new kingdom to rival that of once mighty Carthage? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Okay, let's begin the journey. And this is the starting position. So this is where we're going to start. I'm not going to touch anything here. So we're going not to do either. I'm going to... So we just discovered actually, yes, I'm going to create my city. That's a good place, but we won't do anything with it. Let me show you the city. That's what I want to show you. So we get a harbor because I think that's our thing. That's nice. We only get this tree of life. Tall, beautiful, fruitful tree around which your community has been founded. I think that's a nice touch for the prehistoric mod. Let me show you the... So here you got, along with your tourism and your faith, you got your health. There's not really to click on. And it says Empire Health based on technologies and policies, current happiness, and game handicaps. Modifies every city's health with a current percent. Cities with low health are much more likely to initiate, propagate, and suffer from plagues. We see it has +8 health. We'll just read it. Health determines the likelihood that the city will suffer from a plague. Positive health is